Hey there, YouTube frogs. This is gonna be clipped up from the stream that I've been doing today for 2.4. But today what we're going to do in this video is go over my reaction, blind reaction to the Cartethyia Resonator Combat Showcase and the Cartethyia Resonator Showcase in both the English and Japanese language. So pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. We're just gonna be taking a look at this, giving my thoughts on these things, and then moving forward. So with that, let's start with Cartethia's Resonator Combat Showcase. But I do want to note, I like how that they always started that with like her little theme. Well, not necessarily her theme, because this is technically her theme now. But she has a couple different themes. Like there's Against the Tide, which is what this leitmotif is used in this little piano section here at the start. But also there is With Glory I Shall Fall, and the other song that's related to that, from like her boss battle and stuff. But I always like those little details and stuff. And already starting out with the 2D animation, like this is really nice. Even though this isn't even a keyframe, like the quality of that art style is still really good. Even for like the in-betweens rather than keyframes. And then big Cartethyia, their release, small and big.
This sword shall follow your will.
Okay.
You won't escape.
Got some action.
Purge the impure. True form revealed at last.
That transformation just and especially like with those like synth vocals added into that, the oh he oh yeah, something like that. Really nice, really nice. I really love this piano rendition though of Against the Tide.
Exonerate. Till the denouement. Chaos purified. Time
Got a
rise
nice,
and crash.
a very nice like brassy tone there added on top of the piano layering. Really nice.
Rise and crash. My blade.
And of course the ult. Really nice. And that's that. Pretty straightforward. Very nice. Oh.
Your time has long passed.
So we got some more Leviathan. Interesting. Now let's look at the Japanese version of this. Voiced by Asakawa-san. Yu Asakawa.
この剣はあなたの思うがままに逃がしません
Like a little bit of portal stuff going on as well in their animations. Very graceful, very graceful.
真の姿
ここに権限する。
And bigger version.
やっ。謝罪。終止符をと。
Damn, she fine. And really, really nice. Very, very nice. Yep.
まだ消えないのか。
Just that frame right there.
まだき
Really nice. Really, really nice.
まだ消えないのか。
And the bouncy of the years. Always very adorable. I am very normal about this character, to say the least. Okay. So, I don't think there was anything else that I really wanted to note of here from the combat showcase. It's a very simple enough, straightforward showcase for the most part. I did like the transition effect though here with the glass, and then into her crown, and then the transformation, the fleur-de-lis. And I guess that's an idol right there, where she's floating and then has her swords out. Oh yeah, beams, just like in her boss kit. Yep, and then I guess that's her castle mark, most likely. Yeah. Alt here, and then chained. Nope, lots of impact frames in the middle there. And yeah, her tacit mark, I'm guessing. But yeah, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Okay, so that was the Resonator combat showcase. Now for the actual Resonator showcase. Let's take a look.
Blessed Maiden, they are ready to receive your audience.
It's the Blessed Maiden!
Blessed Maiden!
Please guide us again onto the Sentinel's path!
So, interesting thing to note here. This is possibly back 20 years before the start of the game. Probably like just before the whole Dark Tide and stuff happened. Or who knows, maybe after. Maybe this is just her reminiscing about her past. Without actually being like this, because we do know that her whole fleur-de-lis form is something that happened over time naturally when she was fighting Imperator. Well, not Imperator. When she was fighting Leviathan. And so it's technically, as far as what most people should understand, it's technically impossible that the Resonator of the past would know this fleur-de-lis rather than Cartethyia as fleur-de-lis.
Blessed Maiden. This is for you.
Keep away.
Oh. Pilgrimage.
Blessed Maiden, please stay your steps. A fool dared to profane the truth of our divinity. Let not your eyes be stained by such disgrace.
Stop him!
Who dared to profane the truth of our divinity? Is it possible that this could be the troop then? Could be. The troop that was talking about like the true form of Imperator.
Blessed maiden, why do you stop me?
Let him go. The Sentinel is no longer with us.
Must not transgress. Stop! Do not advance any further.
Okay, yeah, this is probably just in current times. But in a different perspective, it's a bit weird. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure this is probably something that actually happened. Yeah, this definitely didn't happen. Or maybe it will happen. Who knows? Okay.
Your
This is where we
time
got.
has long passed.
Such ignorance.
Oh, Captain Ace.
Mortals must follow a uniform creed, lest they descend into chaos. Mortals must seek the solace of faith, lest they crumble beneath calamity. Under my guidance, Raguna will know no tears. The people shall rejoice eternal. Sacrifice and pain will be no more. Isn't a world like this wonderful?
Wonderful. All I can see are plight and suffering. And you're the one to blame. I will stop you once again!
Okay, yeah. That was a whole metaphorical scene then, I'm guessing.
Thou wish to stop me in such a frail state.
Oh.
After all,
Hey! Actual Leviathan.
has slipped from thy
This is actually really cool, especially since they're mixing in the 2D animation with like Fleur-de-Lis's 3D model in space. It's an interesting point to add them both together like that. Also, it's like nice to see that we finally have the full idea of like what Leviathan actually looks like. Pretty much sort of whale-like being as to be expected. But it's cool to actually finally have that, since we never actually got that because Imperator merged with Leviathan previously rather.
Thou didst renounce thy initiation, and the chance to ascend unto a greater being. Follow my path! 'Tis the sole way through civilization's eternal night!
The night is long. Daybreak comes at last. Cruel and harsh may reality be. It should not be cloaked in deceit. The truth will come to light.
Okay.
The people.
And again, another orchestration, or rather another arrangement of Against the Tide. Whew! That leitmotif is really, really nice. Just a really powerful, very, very powerful leitmotif.
Will rise!
Hey, small again.
Your vile plan failed. Yet again.
And I guess this is in front of Septimont at the end there. Overall, very, very nice. Very nice indeed. And now let's look at the Japanese version.
女様、そろそろお時間です。
見て、聖女様だ。
聖女様、これ
さっさと離れろ。あ、聖女様、お待ちを。この者たちは我々の死を冒涜しています。近づいてはなりません。捕まえろ。聖女様、一体どうして？
I like. Let's go back and listen to that again. It was a nice, like, short, very hard to catch if you're not paying attention to it. But the music, like, definitely, like, temporarily increased a little bit there in tempo and tension. So, like, let's listen to that again. So you got the standard, like,
近づいてはなりません。
foreboding, the bell ringing, dong, dong. And then darker and darker. And then it, for a couple seconds there, it like really went like da da, and then it stopped with Fleur de Lis stopping the La Guardia. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very small, and definitely very hard to notice detail. Like, right around here when the La Guardia pulls up his, fist. Fist, fist. And then goes back down to continuing the song. Da, 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 da. Very nice.
話してあげなさい。妻子はもういない。なんたる冒涜。
And then another shift in tone, of course, as they turn on her. Okay, and of course, organs, because it's now in the church. And pick up again. Feet. Feet. Let it be known that this is like, I don't know, the how manyth time that they gave us a good frame of Cartethia's feet, Fleur de Lis's feet. I mean, not that I'm complaining, but yeah. Definitely they're cooking something over there in the team. That's for sure. I also like how that that build up over there. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure that's like a synthesizer sort of build up, and I don't think that's a specific instrument off the top of my head. But it's a very nice build up and very kind of reminiscent of like some of the themes that you'd see from like Uematsu and stuff. Where they use a lot of like a grandiose, like sort of like wild and chaotic build up. Very, very most notably in like Dancing Mad, for example. And then back to violin. And now you have the brass as she gets even more determination.
しい世界だ。そうは思わないか？素晴らしい。すべてが空虚に荒れ果てている。
And then again back. It was very, very chaotic, swapping between each. And then another transition, more cinematic now. And right there, I like how they added again more like voices into this, like synth voices. I'm guessing if that's not actually done through actual choir. Just to again highlight like the climax of this battle between Leviathan and Imperator. And then the merging. As for this, honestly, I like the bit of the transition from the 2D to 3D. They are very good at that. Though honestly, I'd say like in this sort of specific scenario, with this model they got of the combined Leviathan and Imperator, it does feel kind of a little bit off. Especially like if you're used to like bad CG in anime, for example. This sort of feels a little bit reminiscent of that. But overall, like, I get the bit that they were going for, since that is supposed to represent the statue itself rather than the actual Imperator Leviathan combination. So I can understand like why it might feel a little bit uncanny and a little bit off. And then the final cut. Set of frames. That was a very nice, like, scoff from her at the end there. Like, very, disdainful. Which is interesting to hear from, like, Asakawa doing that sort of, like, cutesy high voice. It's interesting to hear, like, sort of like a disdainful, like, disgust, on top of that. Like that right there. Like, that actually, very chef's kiss. And that's definitely, like, one bit that I don't think was really done to that sort of extent on the English version. But I mean, it was fairly close, or similar rather. Well, I mean, not similar, but like the English version definitely has a lot more. The English voice actor rather, I think personally has a lot more and clear understanding of the character. No shade against Asakawa. I absolutely love Asakawa's characters that she's done across the years, across many different IPs. But definitely I feel like the English Cartethyia is a little bit better comparatively to like Japanese, which is a very rare case. Usually it's normally the other way around. But overall, very, very cool, very, very fun. And we will leave that at that. So if any of y'all liked my analysis, please like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And y'all have a good one. Bye bye.